Hi, welcome to Homeschool Advice with Laura Geis. I'm Laura Geis, author of the Homeschool Toolkit and founder of HomeschooladviceOnline.com. This month I'm answering questions that have to do with the end of the school year. Today's question says, for those of us who take a summer vacation, what kinds of things do we need to do in the summer to make sure our kids retain what they've learned? Well, I have a couple of ideas for you. You know, the basics, reading, writing, and arithmetic. So let's start with those. For reading, you definitely want your children reading in the summer. Our public library has a great summer reading program. I sign my kids up for that, make sure that we do what's required, and that's pretty much their summer reading. If you don't have something like that, you can come up with something on your own. Maybe make a chart where your kids chart how many minutes they read, or if they're younger, how many books they read, or how many minutes you read to them. Just something so they can keep track of the reading that they're doing in the summer. You can even come up with prizes if they meet certain goals, but keep them reading in the summer. Now for writing, it's fun if you go on a vacation to have your kids write postcards or letters. If you're not planning a trip, that doesn't mean you can't do any writing. They might have a thank you card they could write for some reason. They could write to a relative who lives far away. But I think letters and postcards and those kind of things are kind of fun in the summer if you want to do a writing project. They could also keep a journal in the summer. That might be a good idea. And for math, our favorite thing, or mine, so that they don't forget them, is to keep the flashcards out and keep those math facts in their heads. Probably just once a week if you go through those. If they have trouble with some, keep those out. Maybe look at those every other day or something, but keep those fresh in their minds. Or if there were certain kinds of problems they had trouble with throughout the year, maybe ask them to do one or two problems every day. Don't make it a big deal, a big math lesson, but just something to refresh their memories on how to do their math problems. Another thing I like to do is write 2 sentences and put some spelling errors or punctuation errors or capitalization errors and just ask the kids to correct those. Probably takes less than 2 minutes, but it keeps their grammar skills fresh. Another thing I had to do one summer, one year in August I had, he was our 5th baby, and I really didn't feel like teaching science that year. We were going to do biology and we were doing plants and that kind of thing, and I was tired and I didn't want to do science, so I took a whole semester off of science and didn't do any throughout the school year. But then when the summer came around and I was in a better schedule and I didn't have all of the pressure of all the other school subjects, we did our science unit in the summer and we used our garden, and that worked out really well. So if there was a subject that you just didn't get to or you didn't work on it as hard as you wanted to, the summer is a great time to play catch up in that one subject. Another thing, my kids, they take music lessons, and if you skip 2 or 3 months in the summer, you usually regress quite a bit if you don't keep those skills fresh. So I just ask my kids to practice a couple times a week, or to pick 2 or 3 favorite songs that they keep, where they can play them really well if someone asks them to play something. So we just refresh a little that way. So I think over the summer, if you just pick the areas you want to concentrate on and then just do little bits of it, not every day, 2 or 3 times a week, you'll keep those skills fresh and you'll be ready to go in the fall. And when you're ready to go, please visit www.homesschooladviceonline.com and sign up for a free plan book that will help you start next year off right. Thanks for spending time with me.